I gave you my heart.
Hey honeybees, this is Alyssa with Twin Cup Tarot, and I have another pick a card reading here for you today. So as you guys see, I have two separate rows here. The top row is what are their sexual fantasies about you? And the bottom row is what are their romantic fantasies about you. Now this is going to be two different videos, but they are companion videos. So for most of you, if you pick pile 1 in this video, I would recommend choosing pile 1 in the other video, and the link will be in the description. And if you pick the second pile, and so on. But as usual, always follow your intuition. Even if you pick pile 1 in this pile, it doesn't mean you shouldn't pick a different pile in the other video. All right, guys, but as usual, keep in mind that energy is fluid, time is an illusion, roles can be reversed, and this may not be your story. And that's okay. There's so many amazing readers out there. One of them will resonate with you. And a little disclaimer, honeybees, we are using the tarot of sexual magic, so if you are under 18, please click out now. All right, guys, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I'll give you guys a moment to decide which pile or piles you feel most drawn to, and I will meet you there. Hello, my pile 1 people. This is your reading. Okay, guys, what are their sexual fantasies about you? First of all I gotta say, damn. Damn! Like, this person has a really vivid imagination of what they would like to do with or to you, okay? Or have you do to them, and I'll get to that later. But, so we have, first of all, the Four of Wands here. This is a couple that's on a swing, getting it on, okay? On a swing. So this person might very well want to take you outside and do something very free, something free and different and pleasurable. Because as you can see, both parties are super enjoying this right now. And, well, I mean, let's be honest, the momentum from a swing, well, yeah. Okay, so I would say, wow, guys, wow. And then, you know, right next to it, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this more talks about a really romantic kind of just cuddling, wanting to be close to you, wanting to feel your skin. See how he seems like he's just holding her back, rubbing her back and looking at her skin, and she's just doing the same. She might be whispering into his ear or kissing his cheek for all I know, but it's just kind of this romantic, dreamy feeling. So even though you first come out with this very eccentric Four of Wands, you know, freedom-loving, wanting to do something, you know, really spontaneous and exciting, all of a sudden, you know, they come out with they really want to do something like this with you, but then go cuddle afterwards, which is actually so sweet. So sweet. So this is for a lot of you, because I'm getting actually a lot of romantic energy here too. So this person not only wants to get it on with you sexually and do some crazy fun things, they actually want to woo you romantically. They want to court you romantically. I mean, look at this Two of Swords here. This is, see how he's holding out that flower? Okay. Depending on, you know, which role you fall into here, but I mean, keep in mind, energy is fluid. You know, gender really isn't important here. But regardless of the role, you know, if you're the one extending this flower, you kind of want to have to chase them. If you're the one in this position, you're basically enjoying making them chase you. So regardless of the position of this person, they really want that kind of romantic seesaw, which is the first thing that came to my mind after that swing. They want that give and take. They want that chase, or they want to be chased. So there's, once again, that courting energy. And then you have the Two of Pentacles here, which talks about, it's basically just, it's about a balanced relationship, okay? Generally, when we're talking about two and we're talking about pentacles. But as you can see, he just wants to look out the window with her, possibly look at the stars, if she's had a hard day, he wants to comfort her, you know, or he could just be walking up to her and just wanting to rub her back or just give her a kiss or, you know, tell her she looks beautiful. Or likewise, you know, this person might be in this role and they basically, they want you to do this for them. You know, I basically see just something really stable. I know we're talking about sexual fantasies here, but they also, I'm getting kind of a stability because I see a lot of kind of twos in general in this pile. And then, okay, we're going to go down to the bottom here. So we have the moon. So this person definitely, one of their fantasies might be to kind of have a little bit of a risque encounter with another couple. Now, as you can see, there isn't a huge harem of people here, so I wouldn't use the word, you know, orgy, but I would say that this person definitely has fantasies about, you know, kind of having a swinger type thing happen at least once, okay? And then with this King of Chalices, this is kind of interesting. So regardless of the role here, it kind of talks about I wouldn't say subservience, but essentially, like, if they're in this role, they very well could fantasize about you just kind of, you know, laying at their feet and just being there at their beck and call. But as you can see, you know, he might be looking like he doesn't really care too much about her and he just wants what he wants and wants only himself to be pleased. But as you can see, he's got his hand in her hair and he's just stroking his hair. There's kind of a sweet gesture there. And as you can see, even though he's looking off into the distance, his attention is fully on her, you know, in terms of comforting her and rubbing her hair, and just, it's kind of a sweet moment actually. So this could be a fantasy that it's kind of a gentle way of dominating someone, okay? But they could be in this role as well. They could want you to dominate them in some fashion, but to do it gently. They might want to be a puddle at your feet, okay? So like I said, this is going to be different for each of you because the dynamics are different in every single relationship, for sure. But, you know, regardless of role here, the whole thing is someone wants to have the power here but still be gentle with it. And somebody wants to let the other person have power, but they want them to use that power gently. So either way, once again, it's funny. This is a sexual reading. You know, this is sexual fantasies, but I'm also getting a sweet energy, which is so funny because I used a card from the Moonology deck to kind of describe the overall energy of their fantasies about you. Full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. I mean, how can you get more passionate than that? You can't. You can't get more passionate than that. This person's fantasies about you are extremely sexual, extremely hot, extremely yummy, okay? There's a lot of passion involved when they think about you. They are probably having dreams about you. Not just fantasies when they're awake, but actual dreams about what they would love to do with you. And once again, let's go to the top here. So I have the 8 of Swords. Once again, it's that sweet, loving, kind of tender loving and energy. But as you can see, there's someone off into the distance here. So there might be a little bit of a fantasy of, they might actually have a fantasy about someone catching you guys in the act. There might be something about that that kind of gets them off, you know, voyeurism, not necessarily them looking in on others, but they kind of want someone else to see, you know, how much pleasure they can bring you or how much pleasure they bring you, okay? So that's kind of interesting. And then it kind of goes together with the 6 of Pentacles here. I mean, look at this. You basically see her, you know, looking great, just eating an apple, minding her own business, and he's just watching her, you know, be seductive, watching her eat. So once again, there could be, like, if they're in this role, they could want you to watch them. That might be a fantasy. If they're in this role over here, basically they want to be able to watch you. So it's either you want to be or they want to be watched, or they want to watch you. Either way, there's some voyeurism here. And once again, this card just goes along with it even more. Knight of Swords. Okay, you see people in the doorway here, catching them in the act. voyeurism. So I'd say a big fantasy, voyeurism, okay? They want to be seen. They want someone to catch you in the act. Or very possibly they might want to watch others. They might want to watch you with somebody else. That's not going to be for all of you. That's just a couple of you, that last part. But as we can also see, we're talking about dominance here and kind of a subservience. So regardless of the role here, someone wants to be dominated and the other person wants to dominate, okay? But as you can see, even though he's got her by the hair and he has this whip in his hand, as you can see, she's not fighting it. And he doesn't have a super tight grip on her hair. So even though this is kind of definitely a harder night of passion, no pun intended, it still, to me, feels like it's still gentle. It's not harmful. It doesn't hurt in a bad way. It's not like that. It's kind of like a gentle domination is kind of what I'm getting. So wow, guys, that's what I have for my pile 1 people. That is their sexual fantasy about you. All right, guys, so keep in mind the link to the companion video, what are their romantic fantasies about you, will be in the description. So go ahead and click on that and pick the pile you feel most drawn to there. But whether or not you guys go to that or not, you know, I love you guys so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this resonates with you. All right, honeybees, take care. Hello, my pile 2 people. This is your reading. Okay, what are their sexual fantasies about you? Oh my gosh, guys. Their sexual fantasies about you are completely revolving around the idea that you guys are soulmates. Okay, their fantasy is to actually build a loving and strong relationship with you. I laid out these cards and I just, oh my gosh, romantic butterflies. That was the first thing that came to my mind. This person, okay, those of you that picked pile 2, this person doesn't just lust after you. This person isn't just thinking about you in a sexual nature. They're looking at you through the lens of love. They actually believe that you could be their soulmate, okay? And the fantasies they have about you are so loving. I mean, look at this. Ace of Chalices. Look how loving this couple is, you know, and how tender they are. And the Ace of Cups talks about new romantic or emotional beginnings. You know, that's a beautiful, beautiful card. And then right next to it, Ace of Wands. We're talking about passion here, a new start in passion. Okay, so this person wants to be loving and passionate and just be completely enthralled, you know, in this affair with you. Affair is probably not even the right word because this person wants it long term. That's what I'm getting. Long term. I mean, here, 8 of Pentacles. This talks about, you know, feeling very comfortable but loving as a couple. Just waking up in the morning and having coffee together. You know, just loving. Yeah. My gosh, guys, I could not believe it when these cards came out, especially, so I used the Moonology deck to draw a card or two, basically to talk about the overall energy of their sexual fantasies towards you. And I got a Time for Healing, Balsamic Moon, and I have Faith in Your Dreams, Waxing Crescent Moon. And there's a lot of beautiful purpley kind of calming energy there. So this person that you're thinking of, it's possible they've been through a lot. They might have been hurt a lot in past relationships, or even, this is just something I heard, is that they might have had a lot of pain growing up. They might not, and this, I'm not saying it's their parents or their siblings' fault or anything like that, but there was something in their upbringing that was lacking in terms of emotional support, is what I feel, okay, for a lot of them. And basically, this is them going, I want everything that I've been missing in terms of romantic love with another person. I believe I can find it with you. That's pretty much how they're looking at you, is they truly believe that they could have everything with you. They truly believe that they can have this tender, soulmate kind of love with you, and it's so beautiful. You know, and then right next to this, we not only had the Ace of Chalices, Ace of Wands, but look at this. We have the Ten of Pentacles that talks about, in normal tarot, that talks about ultimate stability. In this card, it's basically she lays herself out on a couch of probably velvet or satin, I don't really know, and she just covers herself in fruit. So almost like she's a banquet spread right in front of him, and he's just looking at her. He's not even eating the fruit on her. He's basically just devouring her with there goes a cat. Let me move Max. Come on, Max. Come here, Max. And he knocks all my cards over. That's okay. We'll figure that out later. Sorry, guys. So basically, once again, I'm just seeing that loving energy, you know, just truly enjoying the moments with your partner, just having something really beautiful. You know, with this Temperance card, it's talking about filling your own cup. Okay, so this card on its own talks about kind of self-love, being confident, being patient, being peaceful. And I think here, this person feels like they can be happy with who they are with you. This person feels that you inspire them to love themselves and to be healthy, you know, emotionally and mentally and probably physically. It's just so beautiful, guys. I can't say it enough. So beautiful. This pile is so beautiful. Okay, but we were talking about sexual fantasies here. There is one card that talks about a little bit of a kink they have. So we have the Devil card here, which is a satyr holding a dildo, and as you can see in the background, in the middle of an orgy. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. I don't think I need to elaborate that. You know, that came out, so that is probably one of their sexual fantasies, something of that nature. But anyway, guys, the main message of this spread, their sexual fantasy with you, their main sexual focus with you is to actually make love to you, is to actually build something true and strong and lasting with you, which is super, super beautiful. All right, my pile 2 people. Now keep in mind that the link to the other video, what are their romantic fantasies about you, will be in the description. So go ahead and click on that and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. But whether or not I see you guys there, or if I don't, you know, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this video resonated with you. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Hello, my pile 3 people. This is your reading. Okay, guys, so this one is a super interesting pile, okay? We've pretty much, every pile has been drastically different, and this one is no exception. So basically, I'm getting this the energy they feel towards you is actually pretty complex, okay? For a majority of you, I'm getting that this person, okay, how do I put this? I feel like in many cases, this person might have been a little bit of a player. Now, I'm not saying that they treated other people poorly, but I do see that this person very possibly might have had a hard time settling down in the past. They might have jumped from partner to partner to partner. They might have had many different dynamics in many different relationships, but they essentially weren't emotionally committing to any of them really. And the roles can be reversed here. So they might see that about you if you've been in a lot of relationships, if you haven't really let yourself be emotionally vulnerable, or if you haven't truly emotionally committed very many times in the past, you know, that could be talking about that as well. But what I'm getting is that if I'm picking up on their energy specifically, I'm getting there's this kind of conflict in their emotions. With this Lovers card, you know, it's basically, as you could see, it's 3 people here. So it's talking about, I hate using the word third party situation. I'm not saying they're involved with someone else right now at all, but this is talking about sexual fantasies. So there might be this part of them that's like, you know, I really like having choices. I really like being able to date. You know, I like the freedom that I have right now, okay? That is one part of them. Here is why they're conflicted. With this judgment card, as you can see, you know, you have a child here in between a couple, and the child is basically tying this couple together. So it talks about birth and pregnancy, okay? So from what, if I'm reading this correctly, this, and like I said, it's complex. So I'm hearing a lot of things in my mind right now, a lot of different messages. So it might be that the stories are very different across the board here, and that's why I'm not fully sinking in. So I hope I'm resonating with majority of you, but I'm getting that this person, one of their fantasies is actually to get you pregnant or to get pregnant by you, to have children with you, build something with you. Okay, so I'm basically seeing this huge kind of conflict here. They want freedom, but they want to settle down. And they can't decide right now what they want fully. So this person is still kind of up in the air on which direction they're going to go with you, is what I'm seeing. And they're just, I think there might be a little bit of fear here. Because look at here. We have this King of Wands. So as you can see, you know, the couple, they're both naked, but he's still wrapped around her, trying to protect her, and she's doing the same to him. There's just this tenderness, this emotional vulnerability. You know, just, it's actually really, really beautiful. So I think there's a huge part of them that actually dreams, no matter what the role is here, they may dream, one of their sexual fantasies might be to just hold you when you guys are both at your most vulnerable, you know, especially naked. Which is where the sexual part comes in. But there's definitely that vulnerability. They want to have that with you. And then with this Eight of Chalices, you know, once again, we have romantic energy. So they want to sweep you off your feet, or they want to be swept off their feet. They basically want this romantic scenario. I'm getting a lot of foreplay here. This person might enjoy a lot of foreplay, and that's part of their sexual fantasy. They want the build up. You know, for some people, it's not as much about the actual sexual act. It's about the build up to it. That's what makes it so sweet. That's what makes it feel so good, is that intensity as it builds. Okay, so that's what I'm getting a lot from this pile, is this person really has fantasies about that build up with you. Okay, and then of course we're getting to the good stuff here. So we have the Four of Swords. Okay, regardless of the role here, either they want you to open your mouth and partake, or they they want you to open their mouth and help them partake. You know, there's definitely that fantasy there. They want to, either I'm getting they want you to bring them pleasure in this specific way, or they want to bring you pleasure in a way that just completely focuses on what you want and what makes you feel good. You know, but once again, like I said, I'm getting so much conflicting energy here with this Four of Pentacles. Okay, I'm basically seeing, you know, obviously this is a really sexual pose, okay? But I'm also getting this sweetness. Like this man is completely focused on her pleasure and her comfort. You know, and if the roles are reversed, they fantasize about you focusing on their pleasure and comfort. So either way, I'm seeing this give and take that they really dream about. This give and take that they really want to have with you, okay? So this is, like I said, guys, this is so complex. Yeah. Anyway, so Queen of Pentacles. This once again talks about, so if they're in this role, they basically want you to be completely focused on them. There's almost a sense of worship here, you know, basically kissing the feet or honoring the feet and just acknowledging how beautiful they are. Or if the roles are reversed, it could be that they want to do this to you. They want to make you feel like a queen or make you feel like a king. They want to, you know, really show you how beautiful or handsome they think you are. So that's a pretty pretty cool energy as well. And then I actually used the Moonology deck to get a card or two to express the general energy of their sexual fantasies towards you. So I have Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, North Node, and Prosperity Lies Ahead, New Moon in Taurus. So that goes along so much with what my initial feelings were on this pile. Okay, so this person, their comfort zone is basically jumping around from relationship to relationship, not being emotionally vulnerable, not settling down, basically just not building any firm roots. Okay, but with this Prosperity Lies Ahead, they're really contemplating stepping out of that comfort zone, changing the cycle, and really building something with you. Okay, that's where the conflict is. They can't decide if they want to risk it. They can't decide if they want to make that leap of faith. Okay, but their fantasies have to do with them taking that leap of faith, actually building something with you, actually being emotionally vulnerable, actually focusing on not only their pleasure, but your pleasure. And that's actually pretty amazing that you have had that kind of impact on this person. From what I'm feeling, they see you as different than all the rest. Okay, they see you as someone who is worth taking that chance on. They just have to get through their own fear. All right, my pile 3 people. Now keep in mind that the link to the companion video, What Are Their Romantic Fantasies About You, will be in the description. So if you guys want to click on that, you could choose one of 3 piles that will tell you what their romantic fantasy is. But anyway, guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this resonates with you. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.